on. The bump.
Okay, so here we go. We are late because the internet wasn't working, and that's a problem outside of Lords. For our post-match show, we've got to once again go back to Swiss Park, where we get better internet compared to outside of Lords. This is exactly outside the St. John's Wood Road, the Rachel Hofling gate, from where we are doing this live. You need the mic back. There you go. Because we've just used a different phone to try and connect to a different connection. So hopefully this will work. She's like Jaiswal, keeps dropping catches, keeps dropping stuff. As far as India is concerned, 387, maybe 50 runs more. 50 runs more, as far as I'm concerned, should have been 325 all out had KL Rahul taken that catch of Jamie Smith. Post lunch, exactly the way we predicted, that the new ball was still relatively usable. And Jasprit Bumrah, Pfeiffer, once again, what an incredible effort. 74 runs, 5 wickets, getting his name on the Lord's honours board. Jofra Archer bowled, Jamie Smith picked up by Siraj, and thereafter that final wicket, once again by Siraj. Bryden Cars, who played a very, very good hand. 387, you reckon, a bit too many for India? Jofra Archer coming and taking Jaiswal, but thereafter Nair and Rahul pretty solid. 387, 50 runs more, according to me, should have been 320, 330 all of them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we were looking forward. Again, when you look at it in hindsight, it all comes down to that KL Rahul catch. If KL Rahul had taken that catch, you would have seen 50 less runs. How many did James score?
51.
51. 50 less runs, and also Bryden Cars as well added some very important runs lower down the order. So you've got some very, very frustrating contributions from Bryden Cars and Jamie Smith. That partnership could have been broken early on. Unfortunately, it did not happen. Now it's on to KL Rahul to make up for those runs, because that catch proved to be very, very costly. And now that you're looking at it, Jofra Archer is actually bowling pretty quick and is troubling the Indian batters. But it eased out a little bit. I think the ball is not doing as much.
Archer was 93 kilometers an hour at one point, that first over. And by the way, Rohan, 93 miles, 145 kilometers, 146 kilometers. Rohan put out a tweet, exactly the story that he had done about Jofra Archer. Jaiswal trained for this, that outswinger, which could just get his edge, he gets squared up, and exactly that's what happened and went to Harry Brook. You can check out the tweet on the Rev Sports handle. Exactly the way Jaiswal got out is what had been predicted, and he was training for that. He was training exactly for that against Archer. Unfortunately, wasn't able to negotiate. Now, 2-3 things here. We are talking about the Jamie Smith 50, but we must also talk about the 17-run partnership for the last wicket. 3 catches dropped. One by Akash Deep, could have been 15 runs less. Every run matters, by the way, folks. Every run matters. 370 all out and 387 all out means India frustrated for 17 more runs. India kept on the field for 4-5 more overs. Mohammad Siraj absolutely, utterly disgusted. It's still a problem.
Still, because we're on phone microphone, it must also be catching the ambience at the moment.
Yeah, can you guys hear us? यहाँ देख लो तो comments में. Can you guys hear us? Can they hear us? Just দেখ তো শুনতে পাচ্ছিস কিনা YouTube এ?
Yeah, it seems.
You're okay? So 100 and just keep it close. 100 and 370 all out and 387 all out are different things. When it's 387, what does that mean? India kept on getting frustrated for at least 4 overs. 4 overs. Bryden Cars was hitting every ball. Akash Deep drops him at deep mid-on in front of long on. Then Dhruv Jurel kind of fisted it, and that was another drop. Multiple chances went begging, and each time was frustrating. 15 more runs, 20 more runs makes a difference. 370 all out, 372 all out, all of a sudden becomes 387. Even that 17 runs. That's why I'm saying England could have been bundled out for 320, 325. Could have given India a bit more respite. Sadly, it did not happen. And you've got to be critical of that period. When you've got 9 down, Bumrah bowling so well, you've got a Jamie Smith, you kill it. You finish that innings, Jofra Archer bowled for 4. India somehow allowed England to score a bit too many. In batting, I did not think Chris Wokes was that impressive today. Yes, a few balls to Karun Nair and to Rahul, but it was Jofra Archer's first couple of spells. How impressed were you with Archer's first over? Magic
Very,
first over.
very. I mean, the English crowd as well. They all started screaming when he took off his hat. Then they started screaming when he got the ball, and finally when he got that wicket, the entire Lord Stadium was on their feet. They have waited since 2021 to see this side. Jofra Archer has waited
COVID
since.
came in when Jofra Archer didn't come.
Exactly, exactly. They've been not just fans, even Jofra Archer has been
Oh,
waiting for this moment for so
that's
so
that
long. And
reaction.
after that, getting that wicket, you could see the emotions pouring in. He was screaming on that field. He did not know where he was running to, and
Went
he
and
just
hugged Shoaib Bashir.
Shoaib Bashir. I think because Shoaib Bashir was in
On
the
his,
way
yeah.
and he found him, he gave him that big hug. But I don't think at that moment Jofra Archer knew where he was going or where he was running off to. But you could see the raw emotions pouring out of him. And these are the moments, we might be supporting India or want India to do well.
But that's
But
sport. Come
that
on,
sport,
you've got to
and
appreciate that.
these are the moments that make you think about the beauty of sport and the human nature and the spirit of human nature. Just think of just how much Jofra Archer has had to wait to get this moment. Not the Jofra Archer. Remember, a Karun Nair on the other end. 7 years. Dear cricket, give me one more chance. So on both ends, on opposite sides, you have these two incredible comeback stories. Two long years of two players who have had to wait for a very long time. And it's not just physical pain. The Jofra Archer went through injury. So it's not just physical pain, it's also mental pain. On the other hand, Karun Nair, the disappointment of being dropped after that 300 and the joy of coming back. I mean, when you think of all these things, it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah, and Jofra was very impressive in that first over.
Very impressive.
First ball was
Just
80
the
something,
get through, he's getting that pace.
and the ball kind of really taking off. Jaiswal beaten once and then squared up with that outswinger which landed in the hands of Harry Brook. But I've got to say this. Karun Nair showed heart. Jofra Archer came very hard at Karun Nair. Karun Nair showed heart. His feet were moving, and he kind of stepped out. That straight drive, that cover drive, that back foot punch, that front punch. They held it together. At that point in time, Jofra with his tail up, bowling at 90 miles an hour, was coming hard. You don't want Gill to come and face that new ball with 2-3 overs old. You want Gill to come in when it's 20 plus overs old, and that is Karun Nair's job. And yet again, what is it now? 10, 11 overs? I think it's around 11 overs, right? 11 overs is what England has bowled till tea. So, another 10, 12 overs, if these two are able to negotiate, that's when you want your captain to come in. 14 overs done, 44 for 114 overs. How many has Archer bowled? Jofra has bowled, I think, about 5 or so. So, 14 overs down, another hour. 5 overs for Archer. At least till 25, there will be some juice. You don't want Shubman Gill to come out before that. KL Rahul has looked solid again. Couple of plays and misses, but that happens. He has looked resolute. He has looked solid. Honking on Sejod's Wood, hardly seen. That guy really lost his cool, much like
As
Mohammad
angry.
Siraj.
I was just about to say that, as angry as Mohammad Siraj. Because remember that delivery that just went off towards
Fine leg and,
fine
and
leg, and
boundary.
what was going on there? You could tell that Mohammad Siraj was very angry with whatever was going on, all the dropped catches and the missed chances. But that's just the passion, and Mohammad Siraj is a very passionate bowler. He puts his heart and soul out, wears his heart on his sleeve, and you could tell that he was very frustrated. But I think I have a feeling that the players are entering the
5 minutes,
field.
isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So what's happening? Massive session. India.
Massive session. I think.
India 4 down at the end of the day. England on. India 2 down. England. India on.
Yeah.
2.5 hours of cricket. India gets another 100 runs.
I want to see Karun Nair score some big runs in this match.
Okay, so 44. If India 150 for 2 or around 150 for 2, it's India. England 150 for 4, it's England. So this is a session both teams will come really hard. Can the captain and his boys put their hands up? Can Karun Nair, as Gargi says, make it count at Lords at the home of cricket? Joe Root did. Can Karun Nair do that? On the other hand, KL Rahul 100 in 2021. once again, batting in. I think KL Rahul has already played about 40-45 balls. If KL Rahul gets in and converts, that will give India, the rest of the batters, the opportunity of batting around KL Rahul. In every sense, another fascinating session coming up. We will be back, maybe from Swiss Park. It gives us better internet. We will be back at the end of play, folks. It's time for all of us to go in. Play about to resume. Thank you very much for watching.